My name is Sherri Rifkin, and I'm the author of LoveHampton. It's a romantic comedy set during a summer in the Hamptons. But it's not about the Hamptons per se, it's more about the opportunity to reinvent yourself in the Hamptons, because a lot of people come out here from all different walks of life and can infiltrate the social scene. Her name is Tori Miller. She is, of course, known as Tori, her first name, to her best friends, Jimmy, Jerry, and Alice, who live in the city. And then she gets sent into this new world with all these crazy people in her Hampton share. And for some reason, the queen bee of the house, Queen Leah, we call her, mistakes Tori's name as Miller instead of Tori, because ostensibly because her email address is miller@millerworks.com. So she thinks that her name is Miller and then starts calling her Miller, and then everybody in the house comes to know her as Miller. In a way that sort of underscores the premise of the book of like the who are you really and who are you trying to be. So she's Tori in New York City to her best friends, and she's Miller to all these new crazy people in the Hamptons. There was one summer, it was the summer of 2001, during which I was a member of a house where I didn't know anyone in the house. I got to it through a friend of a friend, hadn't even met the friend of a friend. It was filled with a group of what I call professional party chasers. These people were determined to go to every party in the Hamptons. I think that's where the heart and the inspiration of the book came from, because it was like, even though it wasn't my thing, I played along. You know, there's always that sort of charming guy, and in this case I made him a charming Brit, because aren't all Brits charming? My friend Stephanie calls them charming narcissists, you know, so those guys are dangerous, but you can't help yourself. And George is kind of an amalgamation. I mean, I kind of had him in my mind as the JFK Jr. type, that eligible bachelor, like, that was at such a high level, like, you could never attain him. He was always in, you know, people's sexiest men alive kind of things. You don't know it till later on, but you just think, this guy's a playa, this guy is, like, very fake and has a million friends, but nobody ever gets close. I guess I hope deep down that those people actually, there's something real inside, that if you work and look hard enough that you might find the jewel. Why should you read LoveHampton? And I think everybody's had that moment of, who am I, what am I doing, where am I going? If you're a person who's curious about that and how that plays out in kind of everyday life in a really fun and romantic, sexy way, then read LoveHampton.